everyone receives is a reflection of us.
Welcome. Sometimes the world is a hard place to watch. Hard place to see what is occurring. You see, the more and more I start looking at the youth of this generation and how easily manipulated they are towards a narrative, the more I feel that they are non-human, that they are soulless. It's a hard thing to feel because I feel sorry for them, but also I feel enraged that they are so easily manipulated to following a government narrative in the eyes of safety or support or belief or structure. I don't know if these people are paid actors, influencers are being paid to highlight certain problems. Are they real? Are they a hire a crowd type environment? I think so. Because the more and more I start seeing these people, the less human they are. Whether it's through what happened during COVID or something that has flipped a switch inside that has created these zombie-like people. It just doesn't make sense. It's inhumane. The fact that they are able to support one after another narrative without any remorse, without any oversight or feeling. They just follow and follow blindly like they are not human. They are nothing. They are being told. They are taking orders. And frankly, I don't like it. I don't like it because it's authoritarian and I can't stand for that because people are just blindly supporting faith in government and people without asking questions. And it hurts to see the true sovereign people as well of the lands being indoctrinated into false support, false ideological views. And it hurts. But sometimes it's just sheer stupidity. So as a human, you have to ask yourself, are these people real? Not in the sense of digital, but I mean, are they being paid to say this? Because no human could ever say that. It's just not right. How do you support one narrative and support another directly after it, and another directly after that, and another directly after that, taking a side in every single one, knowing or believing that you are right? No questions asked, no understanding both sides, just it's this or nothing. To me, that is highlighting a problem. It's highlighting control and dictatorship and tyranny of the highest degree. And the problem? It always seems to be those middle-aged activists or the youth just out of college who just seems to be taking this stance, not really knowing the facts behind everything. Perhaps the world is a script playing out. And it's up to us to decipher what is real and what isn't. Perhaps. But what is disappointing is when you start seeing people who are adopting certain principles or privileges that have nothing to do with them. I want to highlight a specific topic that is close to home for me, the land that I walk on in Australia. We understand that there has been many people here. Our First Nation are sovereign to this land, and they always will be. But the information that we see, that we know about the white people coming and taking the land, it's the same story around the world. But it's always misinterpreted or missaid so that people follow the script. This one is that we're living on stolen land. And these particular people, mainly white, will always follow the narrative that we're living on stolen land and we must give it back. But they themselves are hypocritical because they also live on the land that they are saying is stolen. And you see, they follow this narrative because that's what the government want. That's what they want to see them do. And then they'll go and support something like Palestine or Israel. And they'll just follow whatever the script that they're being fed to. And I'm not here to say what is right or wrong. That is not what it's about. It's about seeing these people, how they are blindly following something and not realizing what it is. They don't offer solutions. They don't offer reasons why. They just say that it is, and it is what it is. There's nonsense wrapped in nonsense. And then cover that in tin foil and throw it away because they're on to the next thing. These are the type of people in society that don't offer anything. They just follow and do as they're told. But then if you question that, it's an attack. So they attack you back. And then all of a sudden we're all Nazis, or we're all criminals, or we're all something else, because that's exactly what the government do. They don't answer the question. They dance around it with lies and hateful speech and attacks. Funny how it seems the same. You see, everyone has their right to free speech and to think differently. But no one needs to attack or promote or present their ideas upon someone else. And if they refuse or they deny that, you cannot attack them either. We are a free nation and free land, and that's how it's supposed to be. So whether they are there as paid puppets to an industry, or they are just so blindsided because they cannot see the truth, we don't know. But going by your feelings, your guide, and when I see them, I always get that overwhelming just to smack them in the face. Not physically, but just a way of saying, I can't believe this person is acting like this. We were taught from a young age to always question everything, to not take orders, to rage against the machine. How times have fallen. I recently replied to a video on YouTube, and I said how the masculine man has been eroded, especially here in Australia. That was the whole purpose, to weaken the masculine men so they do not uprise against the government. Most of the men and women who were strong, they were in police or military. You see, if they supported the people and stood up for the people of Australia, the overthrowing of the government would be much easier. Because the people would not fear the police, or jail, or hurt, or the army. They would be supporting the people. And we would no longer have this problem in our government. But you see, because the government used that fear, they use the influencers, they use everything aligned that they can so that people are heavily manipulated into a story. And they took away the rights of people, and they forced people to do things. The masculine man was put in a corner, and the majority of men have been weakened. If the men all stood up, and the women too, Australia would be a different place. And our governments would have no power. And that is what we wish. I look forward to seeing it. So all these things said, I questioned AI. I asked it, actually. During all of these rises in current trends, and seems to be a lot more people claiming Aboriginal culture, even though they're white. I asked it, why? And you see, it didn't want to create a problem. They have tailored it and structured it to be safety net and security amongst all those people. The programmers, the editors have made it so that they cannot be held accountable for anything that is said. But that's strange, because that is indeed a paradox. Because if you feed lies into AI and tell it's the truth, then how is it to know that that isn't the lie? And what is meant to be the truth is actually hidden in the name of safety. The paradox indeed. So who are the people programming, and where does that information come from? That is the question that needs to be asked. And why do they keep adding more and more security over the things in the name of misleading or being held accountable for saying the wrong thing, when all they had to do was put in a simple phrase or line just to say that this is fiction, or this has not been proven fact and cannot be used. However, let's create our imagination and see what we can make. But no, rather than create the door of imagination and opportunity, they decided to go down the full safety net and hide things from you. All in the name of what? Security. What do they have to fear and hide? Most people know that it's not the truth. Most common people do. But all of this is just so that people can't find the truth to the matter. Whether it's real or not, it doesn't matter. We live in a world that most people now can't differentiate between what is AI and what is real. And if anything is AI and people comment on it, a lot of those comments can be removed. Even daily media channels now, all their comments have been hidden. You cannot comment on it. So all this structured media now is leading and guiding people into a false sense of security and safety, because the information they have been feeding you is lies. And this is the problem with a lot of influencers and these people, is they get wind of something and they believe they are following the righteous cause, but in fact they have no idea what they're doing. Our government in Australia are useless. They are hypocrites. They are traitors to its people, to its land. They will get their time, no doubt. And it's glad to see that the world is changing. The world is removing and deporting those who are problematic. Australia is weak in government, but strong in people. And it's only a matter of time before the weak shall fall even further, and the righteous shall be in the right spots, you might say. These aren't threats or anything like this. It's more of a call to power for the masculine man to rise, the sovereign nations to be who we are, together in unity. And this is the thing. No matter the land or the country, no matter the race or religion, the true people, the true humans, understand that we don't need to fight. We are brothers and sisters of all. We walk side by side, not in front or behind. Watch all these people. Do they walk side by side, or do they try to lead you and tell you what's best for you? No leader will ever tell you what's best for you. They will grow with you and walk with you. So it is with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.